Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time we're reviewing on issue 2 of Infinite Crisis. Now, as you know, issue 2 is meant to cover Power Girl's true origins and where she's really from. Keep in mind the issues building up to Infinite Crisis was meant to kind of reveal to what Power Girl's origins are. And the cover has Power Girl looking proudly with Superboy Prime and some of the other characters. And the issue starts off how Animal Man is looking for his stuff and trying to find the spacesuit that Adam Strange gave him. And he's like, the one with the big gold A on the back. I threw it out. You what, Helen? It was leaking rocket fuel. And so Animal Man is going to investigate what's been causing the disturbances with the animals, and their kids also make him a special lunch to take on for his mission. And so he heads to Donna Troy's sort of space area called New Cronus, and pretty much meet the other heroes, with Airwave hearing the screaming of other basically alien beings, and Firestorm talking to himself. Keep in mind, has a human host to kind of serve as the mind. And even Supergirl wonders who he's talking to, but has to kind of clarify that he's just talking to himself. And so Power Girl gets attacked by some villains, which says, well, the society, Gigi. And so pretty much gets attacked by Clayface, Giganta, Mr. Adam, and Psycho Pirate. And just as she's about to be captured, a bright light comes, and turns out it's the original Earth 2 Superman, who says, it's been a long time, cousin. Too long. And keep in mind that him, Superboy Prime, and the others did survive the crisis on Infinite Earths, making them one of the few survivors. And so Lois Lane is on the phone at the Daily Planet, talking about Connor Kent, and keep in mind Perry White points out as well to his team that some of the freedom fighters were killed, and this was done on American soil. So Lois goes to investigate where Clark is, and turns out he's looking at one of the old newspapers from when he died, and knows that Bruce is right, and goes to work as Superman. So meanwhile, the other Secret Society members are talking about finding basically Captain Marvel and some of the others, but Lex Luthor points out about bringing Black Adam for the special project. So it turns out the real Luthor is in the middle of the Antarctic and wondering why he can't remember anything, and so sees the original Earth 2 Superman and Power Girl flying off, and pretty much the original Earth 2 Superman taking Power Girl to his secret location, where it's revealed that this is where Superboy Prime and Alexander Luthor is, and even feels a bit uncomfortable knowing who these characters are, but has no memories of them. And even Alexander Luthor points out some of his theories, so he kind of shows Power Girl around and points out the origin of how Krona looked into to the origin of the universe, and his actions creating multiple Earths, with two Supermen from one Earth, and that one of which was the original Earth 2 Superman and the original Earth 1 Superman, and pointing out how they met, and the other Earths, like Earth S with Marvels, Superboy Prime's Earth, Earth X, and Earth 3, and so points out about the Anti-Monitor, which destroyed countless of Earths. Only 5 survived, and after defeating the Anti-Monitor, everyone was kind of either erased or brought into this new Earth, and so Alexander Luthor saves everyone, the survivors, and they start to see Earth's potential, which starts off well, but they end up quickly losing their way. And this is the moment you can tell the original Earth 2 Superman believes they failed, and so pretty much decides to have Power Girl meet the original Earth 2 Lois Lane. And even Booster Gold finds that the Justice League Tower has been destroyed and that they need to look for Blue Beetle Scarab. Meanwhile, Joker is interrogating a member of the Loyal Flush Gang. Turns out he's not invited to the Secret Society of Villains because Joker's too wild. And he says, "That's not funny." And keep in mind, as soon as Power Girl meets Lois Lane, she remembers everything as soon as Lois holds her hand, and unlocking all her memories. And even now remembers who they are, and how they treated her like one of their own. And even Lois points out that she was never alone. And of course, Superman is working on the Olmacs, and find out what's been going on with them, and even has a go with Alfred for treating his wounds, which Alfred quickly berates him for. And so Brother Eye justifiably points out his reasons for using the Olmacs, and his attack Wonder Woman, which leads to an all-out war on Themyscira. And of course, Wonder Woman tries to point out to Artemis they still need to save some of the Olmacs, as there are innocent people in them, but points out that they aren't serving tea and hugs. So of course, Superman talks with Power Girl and says that he was just getting old and weak, and this Earth has corrupted further, and Superman believes that he can save Lois by restoring the multiverse and the original Earths, ending the story. So the issue is pretty good. Not only does it bring back Power Girl's origins, but it's also meant to show a darker side to some of the characters, as being separated from their Earths have made them corrupted. So the issue deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.